Oh boy, YouTube is gonna love this one. So, I have a question for you guys. When you guys were watching Dexter, right, and you guys obviously loved everything about Dexter, right, even way past season 4, right, always had the question on my mind as I was watching Dexter, how many of the Dexter characters were uncircumcised and how many of them were circumcised? This is a totally legitimate question on my mind. Well, honestly, I'm gonna just be honest. I literally just thought about this like 20 minutes ago. Like every single Dexter character to see how many of these characters have a hood on and don't have a hood on, if you know what I'm saying. Because this is gonna be a new episode of Film Theory. How many of the Dexter characters have a hood or don't have a hood on?
Always be a step ahead of you for one simple reason.
And what's that?
I love you.
So here is my wonderful list right here. So we have the hood, the no hood, and the female slash child. All right. So we have a lot of characters, but I'm gonna just gonna speed through blitz most of these just so that we can make this list a little bit less time consuming, if you know what I mean. All right. So it just took me a little bit just to get most of the women and the children out of the way. All right. Look, I don't want to discuss about how LaGuerta secretly has a hood, okay? And I definitely do not want to hear any about the children characters, all right? It would be kind of weird to discuss that. All right, Dexter Morgan. Ooh, man. Oh, Dexter, man. Dexter. Oh, man. Dude, look, as weird as Dexter is, right? You know, he's a really weird guy. I mean, like, the guy can sometimes be considered a little bit autistic, maybe, because of just the way he acts. You know, his only source of therapy is killing and, you know, being the Bay Harbor butcher. It wouldn't surprise me, right, that maybe Dexter maybe does have a hood on. I mean, he gives off big hoodie energy, all right, if you know what I'm saying.
You ready?
I am. Thank you. Thank you for this.
Hey, Dexter probably has a hood on. He probably has a hood on. All right, Dokes. Sergeant Dokes. All right, he definitely does not have a hood. And, you know, I think it's perfect, right? Because, you know, we have the battle between the hood gang and the no hood gang. So, Dexter and Dokes, you know, always duke it out. So, maybe it goes far beyond just, you know, Dokes just hating Dexter just for being a little too weird. Maybe it's just because he just simply has a hood on the family jewels. I don't know. Batista. All right, so Batista is Cuban, right? So this means, if you guys don't know, a lot of Cubans are born and all the way through childhood get to keep their hood. Batista definitely still has the hood. All right, like no question about it. I mean, that's why Batista is always the best Dexter.
La pasión.
All right, Masuka. Masuka is also gonna be in hoodie gang. Guess what, you guys? A lot of Asian men do not care about snipping out the family jewels. The man's a straight up gooner. All right, this man literally said, he literally said confidently that he's sorry about the she-male stuff. What does that tell you about the man? All right, he definitely has a hood on.
So I hear a rumor you're tracking all our internet activity. So is it true? Because I can explain all that she-male stuff. She-male stuff.
Man, Brian Moser. Because he's somewhat very different from Dexter, I'm gonna just say no hood. I feel like he might not have a hood. Maybe Dexter was planned to just have a snip, but maybe it wasn't a time because, you know, obviously his mom died, all right? But I think Brian Moser definitely may have not had a snip. So, but look, it wouldn't surprise me that Brian Moser would definitely have a hood on. It can go either way. It just depends on what time of the month it is, all right? All right, Trinity definitely does not have a hood on. All right, the only reason why I'm saying this is because the dude is old. All right, Trinity's like a bajillion years old, right? This motherfucker was like the purple guy of the Dexter universe, but instead of flatlining children, instead he flatlines random people in bathtubs. It's more especially women.
You ready for this? So ready.
Right, Lundy, man, dude, I hated Lundy, bro. I hate this guy, bro. Like, listen, bro, whenever Deb and Lundy were having some sort of intimate scene, bro, I was like,
Nigga, that is you can't fuck that lad, dog.
I'm gonna just say he's not part of Hoodie Gang. He definitely is not part of Hoodie Gang. All right, Miguel! Miguel is also Cuban, so, and guys, I already put out the stat. He definitely has a hood on. Who is this? Here's the black guy that Deb dated for like 2 episodes and then dumped immediately for Lundy. I'm gonna just say he has no hood on because, I mean, same case with Dokes. Because a lot of most black men in America seem to just get the snip for some reason. I don't know. I don't want to really get into the logistics of it, but just gotta take my word for it. And this is gonna go the same for Brother Gabriel, right? The same shit. All right. Wait, is this the guy that killed Deb? I'm gonna just say he has no hood. God, dude, I don't even remember most of these characters, bro. Dude, I'm a fucking fraud. I'm a tourist, bro. Do y'all even still remember like most of the characters from Dexter, bro? Because I'm telling you, most characters out of season 4 are so forgettable. Like they get introduced and then they probably die like 3 episodes later. Like come on. Bro, I swear to God, dude. Who is this guy, dude? I don't even remember. Dude, guys, it's actually just been pretty much a bit since I watched Dexter, bro. I'm gonna just say he doesn't have a hood on. Who is this guy? Who are these people? All right, that's a child. Wait. Oh my God, man. I know a lot of people are gonna be mad at this, right? That they're not getting one-on-one actual predictions of whether or not a character from Dexter would have a hood on. Wow. All right, finally, a character that's actually memorable. Dexter's dad. Honestly, he does seem like he would not be part of Hoodie Gang, but one could argue maybe because, you know, he did make Dexter have his code. But I don't know, man. It's a little weird. I think the No Hood Gang is kind of outnumbering Hoodie Gang. I won't lie to you. This is the mafia Ukrainian guy. The vast majority of Ukrainian men are not are Hoodie Gang. The Ukrainian mafia guy, he's part of Hoodie Gang. Okay, this is Trinity's son. He probably is not part of Hoodie Gang. I mean, he's literally probably just like his father. So, who is this? Bro, I swear, most of these characters are not even memorable. I'm just say he's not part of Hoodie Gang. All right, Thomas. I don't know, man. He's a pretty old guy. I don't know. Was he born before, you know, snips were the cool thing to do? I don't know. Look, I'm gonna just say he's part of Hoodie Gang. All right. I'm gonna just say at this point, it doesn't even matter. I've come to a sad realization. Since Dexter takes place in America, and you know, and most of the characters are Caucasian, and you know, and especially the United States tends to have the really high, you know, circumcision rates. Unfortunately, all the characters in this list, I think they're not part of Hoodie Gang.
It's over.
And it's a sad thing to think about because, you know, us as people, I'm part of Hoodie Gang, all right? So the fact that, you know, the sad realization is that most of us who still have our hood intact might be an extinct species. We might just be the next dinosaur species for all we know, because we might as well just be extinct at this point. But yeah, man, look, I'm gonna just say, dude, all these characters over here, since they're all like, you know, Caucasian, I'm gonna say that they're not part of Hoodie Gang, man. And it's a sad world out there. It's a really sad world. Yeah, this might be a little bit of a disappointing list, but you know, I mean, it is what it is, man. Look, I try my hardest. I try my deep and hardest to, you know, put out stuff that seems interesting. But so yeah, anyways, guys, just gonna wrap it up for today's video. Leave a like, subscribe, and do all that stuff that people do in the comments. So yeah, anyways, you guys, have yourselves a damn good one, and peace out, y'all.